Welcome to the first episode of the Rising Leader podcast. Now, in order to understand where we're beginning, I want to take you to the end of the Rising Leader 12-week program. The very last two slides tell me everything I need to know about why I created this podcast, why I wrote the book, The Rising Leader, and why we're having this conversation. So the last two slides read like this. Everything we've covered in the past 12 modules is designed to support you to do this. And this is the last slide in my entire 12-week program. It's to learn how to balance the needs of your significant other, your children, your friends, your family, and most importantly, yourself, with the needs of your job, your team, your peers, your boss, and the organization. In other words, you're juggling a lot. You're probably pretty ambitious. You're probably moving through the ranks pretty quickly, and you're noticing that your skills have to change as fast as your responsibilities do. Or if you're an entrepreneur and your business is growing, you're going from doing everything yourself to hiring people on the team to now do what you used to do. And now your skill set has to change. So as you move up the ladder in responsibility, things have to change. But that doesn't change the fact that you have a personal life, that you have people in your life that you love. It doesn't change the fact that you have your well-being to take care of. How many of you neglect your physical well-being? You'll take care of it later. Right now, it's about the job. Right now, it's about moving up the ladder. Right now, it's about money. Right now, it's about taking care of your family. All those things that we say to ourselves that we need to do. We need to run twice as fast as everybody else just to keep up. I don't know if you have that going on in your brain, but I have that going on in my brain all the time. When I was in the high-tech industry, I always felt 12 steps behind everybody. So I worked twice as hard as everybody else because it felt like it just got me to par. So if that's going on in your head, you're not alone. So there's a lot to do. Now let's think about where we have to focus our attention. So we have to, we have our home life, we have our relationships, we have our physical well-being. But now at work, we have to worry about our team. We have to lead our team, the people who we are responsible for, the outcomes that they're responsible for. We also have to lead on a leadership team. So it's much easier to lead the people who now work for you. So quote unquote, you have the title, you have the authority. So you can pretty much figure out how to lead them in some fashion. But how do you lead on a team of other leaders? How do you lead on a team of peers who all have their own ideas, who have their own ambitions, who have their own perspectives, and have their own crap that they're dealing with, right? So you're dealing with crap, they're dealing with crap, and we all bump into each other while that's happening, all in the pressure cooker of trying to get the job done and then also to get noticed by the CEO. Speaking about the CEO or your boss, if you're a little lower down the ladder, how do you get along with someone who's supposed to have been to all the leadership classes, who is supposed to be emotionally intelligent and emotionally mature, who is supposed to lead with vulnerability, but be strong on vision and clear and directive? How are you supposed to lead up, across, down, and all the while lead yourself? And that's the conversation we're having here today. Here's the good news, though. What I've noticed, especially building the 12 module course, is the same skill set that you need for leading yourself, leading your team, leading your peers, and leading your boss. There's a common denominator there. A lot of that has to do with presence. A lot of that has to do with your emotional intelligence and your being present in every conversation. It has to do with your being willing to speak your mind, to tell your truth, to fight for what you believe in, but it's also to listen, to understand your boss, to understand your peers, to understand the people that work for you. You have to understand the person you've married, the person that you're in a relationship with, in order to build a life together. The same thing at work. So even though it feels like there's a ton to learn on every front, there's some common denominators here. So that's the journey we're going to be taking on the Rising Leader podcast, because you're probably a higher achiever. You're probably really good at what you do. You're probably better than everybody else at what you do. but now you have need a different skill set. In order to be an effective leader, you have to learn those people skills. So we'll be talking about those things week in and week out. I'll be giving you resources. I'll be having interviews, and we are going to go on this ride together. I am committed to your success, but I'm committed to sustainable success, to enjoyable success, and to success in all areas of your life. Thanks for coming on the ride. I love you. Have a great rest of the day.